Glorious Pearl Media, Brazil, Sierra Leone. Documentary packaging of Dr. Alhaji Alpha Kane contesting for the All People's Congress flag bearership for the 2018 presidential election. Out of many APC politicians who want to become the flag bearer, Dr. Alhaji Alpha Kane was the first to resign from government officials' duties to contest for the flag bearer for 2018 presidential election. In this research, this is half of Potloko Township, where Dr. Alhaji Alpha Kane comes from. He came into politics for over 45 years now, under the All People's Congress APC, and has always been one of the influential politicians in the APC and the nation as a whole. Dr. Alhaji Alpha Kane has served Sierra Leone as Minister of Mines and Mineral Resources, Minister of Information and Communication, and has gone to the position of Special Executive Advisor to His Excellency Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma. But how was Alpha Kane's performance?
Alhaji Alpha Kane have done a great thing for this nation. Dr. Alpha Kane worked in lots of ministry in this nation. He lived with this government for a long time. And we, the youth of Sierra Leone, advocate for Dr. Alpha Kane to lead us the next 2018 election.
Anes kurumang an step ngonga se makama alfakan okbashi komo reski susabu ngang ya yutsang.
In President Koroma's football team, he's the manager of the football team, a coach. I have been the only player who has played in every wing, and I have never let a ball loose. I have never wasted a penalty. I have always done it. And I believe that with that kind of experience, the people who will be standing in there for me, they've been one-wing players. If you move them from the left flank and to the right, they're lost. And for a government, you have to be an all-rounder. An all-round vision. Hawk. Vision of a hawk. And I believe I've been able to do that. I am dexterous with my hands, and I can use both feet. I can even use my head when the time comes. So I believe that when it is time for us to stand out there and the people to decide who is going to be the best player to captain President Koroma's continuation team, it's difficult to forget that in that team there was a Pele.
On many interviews, Alhaji Alpha Kane described himself as the apprentice to Sierra Leone President Ernest Bai Koroma.
The best record in governance in Sierra Leone is President Koroma. His record. I have been there when he was putting this record together, when he was preparing for that marathon race. I know how he prepared himself. I know how he trained himself. I know how he sleeplessly, day in, day out, prepared to succeed in his agenda. I have learned from him. I have been his apprentice for 15 years, and I have continued. So I believe that I stand a better chance than anybody else. Even the people who will be voting for Sierra Leone, not only the APC, would want somebody like President Koroma to continue.
What does that mean?
Alpha Kane is the most suitable candidate for this country because he has been working for this country for so long, since the starting of this APC party, from 2000 to 2007. And he did extremely well for the people of this country, and he represented them well. So I believe that in the absence of His Excellency, he is going to be the best and suitable politician so far that is capable to represent this country, the people of this country.
I was a living witness that people from Potloko, Makeni, Lunsar and Waterloo We are calling the attention of President Korome to give the flag bearership to Dr. Alhaji Alpha Khan, as he would be the only way out to defeat and win the 2018 presidential election. Dr. Khan has a great hope and believes that he would be the best choice to represent the APC in the 2018 presidential election. Alhaji Dr. Alpha Khan, aka The Apprentice, was the senior advisor to President at State House. He is currently the country ambassador at large. He is the longest serving political party spokesman in West Africa. He is one of the crafters of the Agenda for Change and Agenda for Prosperity.
And I was there at the conception of the Agenda for Change. I was there when the Agenda for Prosperity was conceived. I was there during the stage of gestation. And I was there when it was given birth to and implemented. I know what the implementation stage is, how far we have gone, where we have to go, and what we need to do it. The idea of the Agenda for Prosperity is a program of development that will take Sierra Leone from 2012 to 2035. And the ultimate aim of the 2035 agenda is that Sierra Leone should no longer, by then, be a donor-dependent country, but it should also be a donor-giving agency.
His relationship with President spanned over 30 years, if not the most, but one of the top outspoken politicians in the country. He is very media-friendly and generally loved by journalists in and outside of the country. He has 4 university degree PhDs in 3 years. He is an outstanding mining engineer, a businessman and a politician. He is from the APC district of Port Loko. His recent familiarization tours gathered the largest crowd after President Korome in 2012. He speaks a couple of national and international languages. Analytically, he is the fittest to succeed President Korome, as people may say.
As you all know that Dr. Khan have worked with the President, Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma, as an advisor to run Sierra Leone. You can tell that Dr. Ernest Koroma have worked very well. We are here to ask you to help us to advocate to His Excellency Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma to select and elect Dr. Khan as our APC candidate for presidential election coming 2018. We believe he's the most fitted man who is fit for that position, because one is well educated, you know his background, you know what he's capable of doing, you know Dr. Khan have international relation with the Western world, the UN as all. We want Dr. Khan because he is the only one who can take Sierra Leone to the next step.
Having served from civil servant to political level, Dr. Alpha Khan has impacted many lives to Sierra Leoneans, which he was considered as political mentor. In his regional tour across the country, the presidential apprentice shows signs of maturity in the game of Sierra Leonean politics.
As a member of the opposition led by President Koroma, was the minority leader. The government side had 85 people in parliament, but with that 27 we were able to overturn that majority in 2007 to our own advantage and become the new leaders of the country. And that I contributed in a small way when I was a member of parliament. When I became Minister for Presidential Affairs, I had to set up the APRM, the Africa Peer Review Mechanism. I had to set up the SPU, the Special Policy Unit at State House. I had to set up the OGI, the Open Government Initiative, which the Americans have now turned around and called the Open Government Partnership, the OGP, which originated as an idea from President Koroma, passed on to me as Minister of Presidential Affairs, who built it up, and then now it has become a global also the Kimberley process that's been to try and avoid the sale or smuggling of what you would call in inverted commas blood diamonds. That means that the diamonds that are not declared to government. I was part of that building process. I have also been Minister of Mineral Resources, which in Sierra Leone the mining of iron ore stopped about 35-40 years ago. When I came into government, into the ministry, I was able to encourage and facilitate, lay the groundwork, the enabling environment for companies such as African Minerals and London Mining to start exporting. And that in those years, in 2010, 11, 12, Sierra Leone was touted as the fastest growing nation on earth because of the revenues that were coming from their mining and that were being used to rebuild the infrastructure, to rebuild the health services, the educational provision, and also the electricity in this country. So that is some of the areas of success that I can boast on.
In his recent Bombali tour in the heart of Makeni City, where His Excellency the President for Sierra Leone hailed from, Dr. Alpha Khan was born in Putloko, groomed in Makeni City, where he performed miraculous song in the local Timni dialects. In English, meaning we are all equal here. The presidential apprentice in the All People's Congress Party, the APC, was considered to many as a man of the people, who was loved and worked with the commoners in society. As such, considered as political hero and a man to reckon with. As many Sierra Leoneans says, Dr. Alpha Khan, if granted the flagship position in the party, he is the suitable candidate to succeed President Nkrumah come 2018 general elections.
If we dey look for the good man for let he rule this country, I feel say after Ernest, if Alpha Khan get, he go do a lot of Ernest Bai Koroma because of na man with dignity, quality. He gets a lot of experience. So if that be the cause for Le Ernest Bai Koroma and the power, we as the chair and the citizen peoples, we all agree, we like that because na man, when a good man to people them.
The people of Kabbalah request for the visit of Dr. Alhaji Alpha Khan, as the chiefs also welcome him with a special culture. Dr. Alpha Khan is a strong supporter of any national issues, as he likes to grant his participation in many activities. The first-time voters from different places also called the attention of Dr. Alhaji Alpha Khan and confirmed to him if only the APC shall give him the flag bearership, they will render their support to him.
Alpha Khan come for the youth, and the youth they for Alpha Khan. Thank you very much.
Young people said, life after death, Dr. Alhaji Alpha Khan will take Sierra Leone to a brighter future.
The Bible and the Quran tell you say there is life after death, and Fakan go take the step here.
Dr. Alhaji Alpha Khan is a mixer of people Those in the secret society recognized and want him to be the flag bearer and said if only he have the flag bearership, he will continue with President Nkrumah's agenda. In day-to-day running, people gathered in his house and said Honorable Alpha Khan is the right choice for the 2018 presidential election.
I want 6 more
He was honored in Makeni more than the king in his kingdom. Dr. Alhaji Alpha Khan always have a great convoy, the advance team, in his popularization tour and always cleave with many paramount chiefs. The youth of Waterloo act a drama of wiseness for Dr. Alhaji Alpha Khan.
My sister, go make them fully again. I ask her, what do you do? I not see.